This video is about using properties of angle pairs to prove parallel lines. So yesterday we learned if lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent, alternate interior angles are congruent, alternate exterior angles are congruent, same side interior angles are supplementary, and same side exterior angles are supplementary. Today, we are going to work on the converse. So we are going to flip it where we see if this relationship happens with the angles, then we have parallel lines. So using the diagram, answer the following questions. If angle 6 is congruent to blank, then A is parallel to B because of corresponding angles congruent. So we are looking for the other corresponding angle in the pair with angle 6. So the corresponding angle with angle 6 would be angle 2. In number 2, the measure of angle 1 plus blank is equal to 180 because then A is parallel to B because same side exterior angles are supplementary. So we need the angle that is same side exterior with angle 1, which would be the measure of angle 7. In number 3, the measure of angle 5 is equal to is congruent to the measure of angle 4, then A is parallel to B because alternate interior angles are congruent. In number 4, if the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 6 equals 180, then A is parallel to B because these are going to be interior, so because same side interior angles are supplementary. Is there enough information to conclude that A is parallel to B? So we want to look at these angles. So in this case, we have 60 and 60. Those angles are congruent and they are alternate interior, which is the relationship they need to have. So in this case, yes, A is parallel to B because alternate interior angles are congruent. In number 6, 54 and 56 are corresponding angles, but they do not have the same measure, so the lines would not be parallel. So no, A is not parallel to B because corresponding angles are not congruent. In number 7, we have 34 degrees and 46 degrees. These are representing same side exterior angles. If I add these angles together, they equal 180 degrees, which means they're supplementary. So yes, A is parallel to B because same side exterior angles are supplementary. In number 8, angles that are the 114 are across from each other, so they are vertical angles, so we can't prove the lines are parallel here, so we would say no, A is not parallel to B because vertical angles can't prove parallel lines. In number 9, we have 123 and 67. So when we add those angles together, we get 190 degrees, which means they are not supplementary, so these lines could not be parallel. So no, A is not parallel to B because same side interior angles are not supplementary. In number 10, these are alternate exterior, which the relationship should be congruent, but these are showing supplementary. So the lines would not be parallel. So no, A is not parallel to B because alternate exterior angles need to be congruent, not supplementary. Determine which lines, if any, are parallel and justify our answer. So in number 11, we are given that angle 2 is congruent to angle 10. Well, these are corresponding angles that are congruent. So we would say that C is parallel to D because our corresponding angles are congruent. In number 12, we have angle 4 and angle 5. These are alternate exterior angles, which would make the lines parallel. So A is parallel to B. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. In number 13, we have angle 13 is congruent to angle 8. They don't have a transversal or in common, so we don't have any parallel lines here. So this would be none. In number 14, we have the measure of angle 10 plus the measure of angle 11 equals 180, which would be supplementary. So that is going to have these lines that are parallel then. So we would have A is parallel to B. Because we have same side interior angles supplementary. So now we want to solve for x so that A is parallel to B. So in number 15, here we have same side interior or alternate interior angles, which means that they need to be congruent. So we have x squared minus 3x equals negative 8 plus 14. So we get x squared plus 5x minus 14 is equal to 0. So we need two numbers that multiply to negative 14 add to 5. X plus 7, x minus 2. We switch our signs. X is negative 7, x is 2. If we plug 2 into these angles, though, 2 squared minus 3 times 2 is negative 2, so we can't have a negative angle measurement. So that answer is going to be out. In number 16, we have same side exterior angles, which would need to be supplementary. So 15x minus 21 plus 6x plus 54 would equal 180. Combine like terms, so 21x plus 33 equals 180. We can subtract 33 from both sides. 21x is equal to 147. We can divide by 21 on both sides, so x is 7. In number 17, we want to solve for x and y. So first, let's look at the x angles. So the x angles are corresponding angles, so they would be congruent. So we're going to set them equal. 7x minus 11 equals 3x plus 33. So as we solve, we get 4x minus 11 equals 33. We can add 11 to both sides. 4x equals 44. Divide by 4, so x is 11. When we look at the y angles, we're going to treat those separately. Those are same side exterior angles, so they are supplementary. 2y plus 44 plus 3y minus 39 equals 180. So we combine like terms, we get 5y plus 5 equals 180. We can subtract 5 from both sides. 5y equals 175. So when we divide, we get y is 7. In number 18, given that A is parallel to B, is C parallel to D? So first, we know right now that A and B are parallel. So the other two lines, C and D, are transversals for now. So I want to look at the line that has two angles on it, which in this case is line C. those angles are alternate interior angles. So they are congruent. So we're going to solve for x first using those angles. 7x minus 44 equals 3x plus 28. So as we combine, we get 4x minus 44 equals 28. We can add 44 to both sides. 4x equals 72. We can divide by 4. So x is 18. Now, we want to look at if one of the parallel lines is a transversal. So, B has two angles on it, 3x plus 28 and 5x minus 9. These angles are corresponding angles. So we want to see, are they congruent? So we are going to put 3 in, or 18 in for x. So 3 times 18 plus 28 is 82 degrees. 5 times 18 minus 9 is 81 degrees. So these corresponding angles are not congruent, so C is not parallel to D. So C is not parallel to D because corresponding angles are not congruent. In number 19, given that A is parallel to B, is C parallel to D? So even though they're not drawn to look parallel, in this case, they are both parallel still, and C and D are the transversals. So this time, along the green transversal, there are two angles. They are same side exterior angles, so they need to be supplementary. So we have 12x minus 10 plus 7x is equal to 180. So we get 19x minus 10 equals 180. 19x is equal to 190. When we divide, x is 10. So now I want to use the angles along B here to see if they have the same measure. So 7 times 10 is 70. 5 times 10 plus 20 is 70. They are alternate interior angles, which would need to be congruent. So in this case, C is parallel to D because alternate interior angles are congruent.